Here.
We're back from our commercial break, and the phone's been lighting up while we're out.
Like a Christmas tree.
Yeah, so Douglas, we were asking you, so now looking ahead, which we hate to do in this league, do you foresee Grip It Dodger World Series, which to me would be a classic?
Yeah, I think that's where we're headed. I gave Zerials a chance in the first, in this round against the Dodgers, but it looks like the Dodgers have taken over. And Ike Adia versus A.B. Saka is the first thing I'm going to look at in that series, because you got a red-hot A.B. Saka, and Ike Adia who's been there a million times. This is going to be, if it happens, we're actually, looking ahead a little bit, but they both have swept the first two games. So, that would be a great matchup. And two burning hot teams. First place team versus a team that won 11 out of 12. So, I'd love to see who you pick in that. Like, you haven't been on the Grip It bandwagon at all.
No, I haven't, and I don't know. I'm not going to pick that game until I see how these series both finish up.
Yeah.
I want to see if Dodgers can put the nail in the coffin on the Serial Killers. I expect them to. I also want to see if Grip It can shut out Insane, or if the veterans from Insane, the experienced veterans, have a little fight in them.
Well, I know Sammy Tal was talking a lot of hoopla. He was talking they're coming back, they're going to win the series, they're a little down. So hopefully we can try to hear from Sammy Tal and get his thoughts on...
now, remember, they won last year, so for them to go quietly like this...
Yeah.
I can't see them going quietly. I can't see them just getting
defending
swept.
champs.
I don't know, but I can't continue to pick against Grip It and Rip It and be wrong every single time. But
well, trust me, a lot of the people in the Grip It organization have noticed that.
Yes, they have.
And they have personally said they inviting you to sit on the float in
Norman driving the float.
New Brunswick Avenue.
Right, Highland Park.
And you'll be forced to eat gefilte fish with herring.
I don't think you ever picked them to win a game ever, by the way. Every week you never picked them to win a game.
I have it wrong with them. What can I tell you? I don't know.
You have to spin around one extra time, I think.
You know what it is, too? I don't think he's watched them as many times as I have, so I don't think he really appreciate how good they could be and how good they are, actually.
You know what? We've seen a lot of things over the course of the year. When I played them and they beat us, I didn't see anything. I wasn't that impressed with them, but clearly I was wrong. I'm here on the show. They're still playing, and they haven't lost a game since April.
Right.
So,
right. We're actually, our first call is coming in. But before we get to our first phone call, I would like to say, before we open up the phone line, apparently last week, David Asher called in.
Yes, I remember the call.
So we thought, and it turns out that it was an imposter. And
who's screening the calls?
So
we need voice recognition.
It
on
was so
all
good
calls.
that it fooled our producers. It fooled us. I personally thought it was David Asher, and he had the same MO. He was putting down his captain, putting down his team, and so everybody was getting shambled. So it was we thought it was Asher, but apparently he's not. He's visibly upset. And he's actually suing the Dashless report. He's hired a high-powered attorney, Sonny Shalom, to represent him, and we have our own representation.
Thank God we're incorporated, and
we have our own representation with Edward Rishti, and he's going to be handling all inquiries on this matter. But once again, David Asher, it was not him last week, even though. Sound exactly like him, so our deepest
apologies to Dash and the Dash family. Yes.
Joseph from Manhattan, you're on the air.
Live from YSL Studios, I'm Bobby Morabia, alongside smiling Norman Jemal and the droopy Douglas Dweck.
The droopy.
Obviously, we have a diehard fan on the phone.
Wow.
What's going on?
Joseph, this is Joseph Jemal of the winning organization, if you remember them, Bob.
Way back,
is this sober or drunk, Joseph Jemal? Sober. Sober.
Actually, at one of those viewing parties.
Oh.
I'm actually en route to barbecue.
How does it feel to have an inebriated outfielder play instead of you while you're riding the bench? Does that ruin your confidence?
I'll tell you, it definitely, that was a shocker. That was a shocker that they didn't pull Marta from that game. Now the season's over, I I don't know how he didn't pull him out. But right when he saw him coming, his hair was out of place. He was throwing up on the side.
Was he really throwing up? Is that a true statement?
And also, besides for me, we also had another right fielder on the bench, Nathan Matute, who's more than capable of playing right field. And he's more of an outfielder than Martyr is. So I don't know where that decision came from.
I think it was looking back at the draft, Martyr was picked either 4th or 5th on that team. And it's like players with huge salaries that you just can't bench.
Yeah, you can't bench.
I think it's I think Jack or Chucky or whoever it is didn't want to come to grips that Martyr's an infielder, a second baseman, and if you're not going to play him at second base, maybe a short center, but you have Braca there, so you can't put him there. So maybe he's not an outfielder. You can't just move somebody to a position that they're not comfortable with. And I just think that they didn't want to come to grips that they're not going to field their 4th round pick.
Right.
So they put him in right field.
I think that's a very accurate. That's pretty accurate. I don't think they wanted to bench him. And once I went behind the plate and got comfortable with Saka, I guess that was their reasoning for leaving me behind the plate. But I still don't understand why Matute wouldn't get the call to right field.
Where was Matute playing? Sorry.
Not bad. And Marty didn't do anything in right.
So where was Matute? On the bench?
Bench.
And Matute, by the way, is probably the fastest guy in the league. I saw this guy run.
He's beyond fast.
I saw him tag up from second to score.
He happens to be the fastest guy in the league, but he also happens to be one of the worst base runners in the league. He's clearly not a great base runner. I mean, he gets doubled off. He doesn't know. He won't tag up when he's supposed to. But Joseph, describe your first season in the YMSL. What can we look forward to from you in the future?
I think it was an unbelievable season. Had a pretty good team.
You had some big hits.
Got a few hits. Experimented myself in right field. Actually played center field for unfinished business.
Played center field.
Definitely, I think captains got a view of me, and I think they were impressed with what they saw now. I'm looking forward to getting an opportunity out there next year, in year 2. And to move behind the plate. All due respect to the great catchers of the league, I think I might not be one of them.
So you
better utilized in right field, left field, and who knows if unfinished needs a center fielder.
So you're it looks like you're being branded as a catcher because you have some catching blood in you. One of the greatest catchers of all time in YMSL history. I can't believe I sit on the same couch with him every single week. So maybe they see, that you have the catching in you.
And then also our younger brother Jacob, built like a catcher,
is also a
catcher in high school.
He's also a catcher.
Getting ready for.
I see your future being in short center. I think it's going to be a little difficult to get a starting, maybe get a right fielder's job, but I think left and center, obviously, it's going to be tough. But at short center, there is a lot of action. It's a prestigious position, nonetheless.
That's the Norman Gaines position.
Yeah, but you can do right field. I like him right.
All-star MVP candidate this year.
It all depends. You don't know who the captains are going to be next year. So you don't know who got a good look and who didn't. And we'll see what happens, next year with the new captain.
By the way, let me ask you about some of the guys on your team this year. How'd you like playing with Albert Jemal, another rookie to the league, and he likes being reminded that he is a rookie. How was it playing with Jemal?
I really liked playing with Jemal. I think he brought a great bat, and he was unbelievable in left field. He was unbelievable in left field. The first 2 games, it was a little rocky. I wasn't sold. And then after that, his bat heated up, and he was excellent in left field. Even in the 2 playoff games that we had, he was great out. He was great out there.
Yeah, he definitely got stronger as the year went along. What about John Eliezer? How do you think his future is in the league?
Yeah, very impressive. I think he's one of the top guys in the league. I think very impressed by him at shortstop, and I don't know what he batted, but it was probably at least 500.
523 he batted.
Norman has it.
He batted 523 with a homer and 8 ribbies.
Norman's new iPad.
My new toy over here.
Yes. I think the YMSL network should furnish all attendees.
I want to thank the YMSL network and the viewers for providing me with this thing.
So I was looking at the numbers. I thought Chucky had a much better season. In looking, without looking at the stats, I thought he was
292 he was, but you got to remember, Chucky is how old is
60
Chucky?
maybe, so.
I don't think your team needs to be relying on Chucky. God bless him. I love him.
Out of line, but it seemed like he got a hit every time.
He had 7 hits.
He probably had a lot of
7.
hard outs, but he played excellent.
He gets big hits usually.
Excellent defense.
Yeah.
He had at least 3 or 4 of those hits against my team also. That week he was unbelievable against our team. Let's see what Jacobati did here as the star of the team. 450, very respectful average at 450, 2 homers.
Honestly, I didn't even think it was that high. It must have 450. I didn't think it was.
Well, I think he's friendly with some of the scorekeepers, Bob.
Jack said it himself when we saw him at the wedding the other night. You know, for us to win, he can't be going 1 for 7 in the playoffs or 0 for 7.
Yeah.
Now, the elite of our team. You know, Reyes doesn't get on base, the Mets have no shot. Well, they never have a shot. But when Reyes doesn't get on, it's hopeless. And that's what I think it is.
What did bracket do? Go to bracket stats. If he had typical bracket numbers, like
Let's see. It seemed like a
high
quiet
fours.
year
He
for
says he had
Morabia.
a terrible year.
Let's see. We haven't mentioned them.
405.
405 is not terrible.
It's not terrible. It's not bracket-like numbers. Usually like 550, 540. Like
Yeah.
that. So he was. But you know what it is with your team? I don't think. I think your batting average with men in scoring position was very bad. Also, it was not. You didn't really put together too many big innings.
And another thing about winning, one thing goes wrong, that team folded like a house of cards, like a tent, whatever it was.
Yeah, there was.
One thing goes wrong, and everything just crumbled from there.
Right. So I think you definitely disappointed me.
Who were you taking?
Who you taking in the playoffs? Both games are sweeps.
Before the series started, I really liked serial killers.
Really?
I don't know why. I mean, I thought their field, even with Red on the Hill, I thought that their field was so strong.
Yeah, we picked them all also.
I thought serial killers were going to win that one. And I took, in the other series, I took Griffith.
You took Griffith and Zerial.
The series.
I took Griffith. Griffith's a great team.
Yeah.
Wow.
When are we getting those, the All-Star ballots? When do we see the results of that?
No, at the awards dinner, we don't see results
That's
yet.
the award.
Yeah, we announced at the red carpet.
We should remind the viewers out there, if you haven't cast your votes, please go ahead and click that link to cast your votes. If you need another one sent out for some reason, you didn't get it, you lost it, Albert will send it out to you again.
Yeah.
We're still missing a few of the votes.
From what
And a
we're
lot
told,
of the races are very, very tight.
Extremely close.
Yeah,
so.
very, very close.
Every vote counts. So Joseph, thank you very much. You're a big fan of the league. You're one of our better callers, and good luck in the off season, and keep in touch.
Definitely.
All right.
Great show.
Thank you.
All year round.
Thank you
Now,
very much.
rumor has it that Dash is trying to make another run at Doug's spot on the show. I don't know if that has any bearing or not, but
Wow.
Dash wants back in.
Him or the imposter?
But
Well, those rumors, I think
I
that.
never considered a fourth panelist.
Well,
He
you
like
know,
you, he's good.
Thank you.
the ironic part about Dash, he claims he never watches the show, but quotes it verbatim every week. So, we'll have to see what
He can tell you what
Yeah.
segment and
Yeah.
what minute you said something in.
Yet he never watches an episode.
Right. Not the
Good.
first person. Dash is not the first person to ask for a replacement of Douglas over here. I saw Dash at the All-Star game, and he predicted that he's going to be on the couch next year. What do you think of that?
Could be. Could be.
No.
Laying down on the couch.
No.
Psychiatrist or something.
Yeah. All right, Mr. Jamal, thank you very much. We'll talk to you
I'll
soon.
see you hopefully at the field on Sunday.
All right, thank you.
You got it.
So that was rather interesting observation of his team, and throwing his captain under the bus, Chucky Abadi, with his low batting average. So,
Yeah. I think after the season's over, you get the truth from a lot of different players.
Oh yeah, it's easy to
It's much easier to say what really happened
Yeah,
and
the-
everything.
the truth.
Is there going to be liquor served at this barbecue? You got to be careful.
I hope
Post
not.
smartest
I
picture
hope
up.
not. We got another call coming in. Saul from Oakhurst. Saul, you're on the air.
Hey, Bob, what's up, guys?
Hey, Big
how you
Sully.
doing, Sully, how
What's
are
going
you?
Pretty good. You guys are hanging up on me over there, huh?
Nah, sorry. The lines are ringing off the hook. We just might have hit the wrong button. Solid, you guys are in pretty good shape right now. Up 2-0. I guess want to put the team away to sweep on Friday.
Most definitely. We're definitely not looking ahead. This team's a solid team that we're playing. Very dangerous. We came out. We knew we had to win that first game to get their hopes down. We needed to. They were coming in on a 5-game winning streak, and we wanted to see if we could beat them. How we could do the second game. We came out and really took off.
Solly, at the end of that first game, the JT walk-off shot, were you thinking on your sideline at least that maybe they should go to 4 outfielders, or did that not even cross anybody's mind on your bench?
It didn't really cross anybody's mind. JT was on fire that day. He was hitting the ball wherever he wanted. It just sounded the field. It was unbelievable. Him and Zorko also. Wow, what a day he had.
Yeah.
It was sick. He hit a shot that reminded me of Ali's shot in the All-Star game of Max
Yeah.
Really, that far?
Just something outrageous.
Zolta and Jackie Towell came to the plate 15 times. They got on 14 times.
Wow.
Yeah, they said they picked up Risky and Hakeem kind of had a slow day on the hitting side, and they really picked it up for us.
Wow. So, Solly, tell us, as one of the elder statesmen of the team, what do you think of, what does it feel like to play with a lot of the kids that are around 20 years old?
I personally love it. They make me feel young. I'm getting up there in age. I'm already 38. Played in the league a long time.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun playing with these guys. And it's also great playing with guys like David Rishney and IKD. I mean, it's unbelievable. These guys are
it's a great mix. You have a great mix of guys.
Yeah, we did. We finally got IKD came to the field, joking around with the young guys, felt loose and everything, and everything just fell into place. The whole day.
Yeah. So.
So safe to say that now that you guys won a couple more in a row, that any of the issues between Yedid and JT are now put to bed, and everything is hunky-dory now in the Dodger clubhouse.
Everything was hunky-dory. There was little issues that people have to put their egos in check here and there, and that's how it has to go.
Now,
it's time to win the World Series.
Now, Ike went 3 for 5, and he also had 2 doubles. He batted both games? Looks like
I
it.
did both games, crushed the ball.
Yeah, he was hitting very good.
Unbelievable hitter. He's just a veteran. It's just like, you have a guy that you think he can't hit, and he's just pounding the ball in every hole possible. It was amazing.
How are you guys on the field able to put all the front office stuff of owner Frank McCourt and the much publicized divorce and bankruptcy and all that? How are you guys able to put that away and put on your Dodger uniforms and play the carefree style that you're playing?
It's just that our team loves playing with each other. We know this is what we have to do to win. We have to win. We just love playing with each other, and if we don't put it away, we have no shot. We also, infield came, and everybody was not playing infield, and we just played unbelievable, and that's what we need to do to win. Whoever it may be, every team is really tough, so it's just been lucky that we won the first 2 games, and we're going to try to definitely close it out Friday, because none of the way really wants to play Sunday morning at 8:30. So.
Now, we just looked ahead. I actually looked back, and I wanted to see how you did against Grippin and Rippin during the season. So you played them in week 2. You actually swept them.
We swept them. Me personally, I don't remember, but I always welcome chasing it. Just have to, there's a lot of guys on that team that like to speed.
Must have been very early.
Early in the season, week 2, and then you
but clearly that's a whole different team at that point. And
well, they're a different team, but like that, I think the real fields are a tough team too. It's just we play well, nobody's beating us. That's what it is. We have a solid outfield. These guys have arms like cannons, so also they don't get many chances to put out people because they don't run on them. So
right.
And the infield just gotta stay tight. Me, Carlos, David Risky.
How's Carlos playing at shortstop now? I know he struggled in the middle of the year a little bit.
He played unreal. I don't think he made an error the whole day. He made a diving catch, flipped it barehanded, and Risky made a sick barehanded play at second base. Stopped the inning from going. They were on their way to score a few runs, but he made this crazy play.
Also, we might note Irving Matesh played very solid second base. Doesn't give you much offensively, but makes all the plays at second base.
Yeah, I think everybody underrates him. It's just like, Irving Matesh, under the radar guy. It's not, guy just doesn't make errors at second base. He
amazing. You guys are the best team in the league right now, and you have like 2 or 3 guys that are from the Bachelorettes of last year, worst to first. You got Irving was a Bachelor.
I don't think. It's a carrier maybe.
Carlos. No, it's a carrier, wasn't it?
D. Simon was.
Carlos
David
was.
Simon.
That was his brother.
I think I thought it was Elliot.
That was
Oh, it was Elliot. Carlos definitely
Mason was also on the team.
Elliot and Henry
David
was
was
there.
on also?
He was on the team.
Who?
David was on the team.
David was also on the team.
No, he
Him
wasn't.
and Henry played with Elliot.
No,
Joseph
David
Carey,
tried to
no?
get in last week. He wasn't
Joseph
in. It was
Carey.
Henry and
He
Elliot.
was not, but Carlos Abadi was a bad.
So
Carlos
Carlos.
Yeah, I guess I was right. Maybe I did that.
Yeah, Carlos Irving and what was the other one you said?
No, I
Carlos?
thought
I don't know. Carlos was on Bachelor.
Carlos was
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
Carlos
Bachelorette.
definitely
Yes.
was on it.
I thought Simon was on the Bachelorette,
Yeah, well,
but he
yeah, 2
wasn't.
of them. I mean,
That's
not
not
as
the
well.
Wow.
So, talk to us about the evolution of JT as one of the superstars of the league in a short period.
JT?
Yeah.
He came in the league. I thought, he came out strong. I don't think he really.
Well, no, now he's become one of the top all-around players.
Yeah, he makes everything look easy and stuff. He gets the ball, but he thinks he's going to drop. And he makes it look easy. He doesn't even have to dive. His arm is just like his father's. It's tremendous.
Yeah, and offensively, definitely changed over the last couple of years.
Would he be the youngest?
It seems like he's just seeing the ball and hitting it wherever he wants. He's
Yeah.
on top of every ball, regardless of whatever it is.
Would he be the youngest captain to ever win? 21?
I would think
Gotta
so.
be,
Yeah,
right?
Well, Lee was also very. No, Lee was actually younger.
Lee was pretty
He
young
must have
too.
been.
Lee won it 2
2 years ago.
years
How
ago.
was old? So he might have been even 20 or
How old is
21.
he? No, maybe Lee was 20. How old is Lee? Like 24?
Lee
He's like
is
23 now, I think, isn't he?
Lee, I think, is 24 now, so
Yeah,
he
so
must
maybe
be 22.
22. It was 2 years ago or 3 years ago?
2 years ago.
Killer Z's
Killer
first?
Z's.
Yeah.
So he was
2 years
21, 22. So yeah, JT will be one of the youngest ones. And if he wins MVP, he might even be the youngest
Right.
MVP candidate. So, Solly, good luck the rest of the way. And I guess one victory away from the big dance.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
All right.
Thank you, Saul.
You got it.
So, obviously very confident Solly there. And, this team, I think it's shaping up to be a dream series, which we hope it all turns out to be. It was the Griffith versus the Dodgers.
I'm surprised we haven't heard from Lee Zakaria. Usually the captain will call in, team down 2-0, Jack Jemal. We're coming back. Don't count us out. You guys don't give us a chance. Nothing. Very quiet from the teams that got swept. I'm surprised, and they've been calling in. So where's Jack Jemal tonight? Are they done and they're just going to sleep?
We have 8 viewers.
No, it could be that they are regrouping,
They're in the war room.
and saying we're not talking to anybody. We're gonna get this done, and we're gonna stay focused, not get distracted by the media.
Yeah, a lot of people like to avoid the media when they're down, and so we'll see. I'm surprised Mo Sham hasn't called. He has a lot to say usually, and, and we'll see. But maybe that's the best approach to take, low-key approach sometimes, and let all the action on the field. And our producers are telling us a call is coming in now.
So basically, there's one game on Friday, and that's the
So let's
zero.
announce
Friday,
the
we
time
have a
and place. Where are we
5:15 game at Fireman's West to accommodate the fans. So
That's
that'll
a
be
good one.
that'll be the Dodgers versus Serial Killers.
Should get a nice crowd for that.
Yeah. Jack, you're on the air.
Hey, Bobby, how you doing?
How are you, Jack? How's everything? It's very gracious of you to call down 0-2.
Great job by our producers tracking down
tracking
Jack
down.
Jemal.
I just said I wonder where Jack is tonight. He hadn't called in.
We're watching live, Douglas. Jamal, we always watch you guys.
Yep. Another viewing party, I assume, at the Jemal dinner table.
Definitely. I love it with the twins in the background. So
Beautiful.
So, Jack, you guys got a big mountain to climb right now. What's the mindset of your team?
It's very simple. We just got to take one game at a time. Basically, I told my team like this. I said, this is a good team. They're very, very hot. And let's not downplay it. What's good about this team is that they have chemistry. They play good together. And they're young. And if we could somehow get on them early, which means to say that in the first inning, we just need to score 2 or 3 runs. Then that takes away the pressure off that defense, and I think we win the next
Beauty.
More than 50% of the time. So you're saying that if you win game 3, odds are actually in your favor that, according to history, that you could win games 4 and 5.
That's what I'm saying. I know it sounds crazy, but again, if you look at it where YMSL, the one thing about this league is it's a game of momentum. Right now, they have the momentum. We need to just take it back.
Right.
How do we take it back? We win one game. If we could win one game, then I really believe in my heart we're winning this series.
Right. Now, clearly, I know your team is looking forward and you're looking forward, but just take me back for a little bit. Between the games, I guess you or your dad or whoever makes the lineup put Leo Cass in leadoff instead of your brother Ike. What was the decision process over there?
Okay, absolutely great question. I definitely don't necessarily totally 100% agree that Leo should have been up first. But what I will say is, in the last 8 games, our 1 through 5 hitters are batting maybe 200, and that's being generous. Okay, Leo in the first game, in the first 3 innings, he was no hitting up Stevie's tactic. The first guy and the only guy to get a base hit and break the schneid was Leo. So Leo was basically seeing him. He saw something that I also saw. He was hitting the ball, and basically we just needed to change it up. Now, my team, there was a little bit of a controversy. I don't think it was the right decision, and if we had to do it over again, Monday morning quarterbacks, probably we wouldn't make that decision. But at the end of the day, if we're going to bat 200 from our 1 to 5 hitters, we don't deserve to win. So I'm basically saying that we had to shake up the lineup. It was probably a mistake to put him up first, but baseball is a game of what ifs. What if Sammy Cowell's ball that he hit, which he hit unbelievable, went through?
Yeah, it's a tough spot. An 18-year-old kid to pitch and bat leadoff is pretty tough.
But
here's what another strategy, guys. That after you get through the first time through the lineup, then we looked at Leon as he's really batting 10th. In other words, you get through the first time of the lineup, then normally he probably bats 10th. So in that case, he probably would have been in the same situation anyway. And the thinking behind putting Ike up to third was basically, besides Boris Shamit, he's the only one hitting the ball. As you mentioned before earlier in the telecast, he won the batting title. He had a 620 average or 615. And, he's really been smoking. And we just wanted to give Ike some chance to drive in runs. But again, if I was able to put Ike up first, third, fifth, and ninth, I would do it.
Was he?
No one else was hitting.
Now, Ike was on my team last year, and throughout the season we had him up first. And he was always telling me, "You sure you want me up first? Maybe I should bat later. Why do you want me up first? Maybe I should be up later." So he didn't really love batting so early in the lineup last year. Was he putting pressure on you to move him away from the 1 spot, maybe to the 3?
Yeah, it wasn't for me. Obviously, my father makes the decisions, and which is why I'm able to be in this YMSL captain, because I get to deflect all this stuff.
Right.
Just concentrate on baseball. But I guess my father is one of the big proponents of putting Ike in the 3-hole and the 4-hole, just because he's really the only one hitting. And but then again, it's like, what comes first, the chicken or the egg?
Right.
You need guys on base to get runners on.
Right.
We're going to go back to Ike at leadoff. Absolutely, that wasn't the right decision. Any way you slice it, it didn't work out for us. So we're going to put Ike back up first. But it doesn't matter where he's batting. If we're going to bat 1 to 6, batting 200, doesn't matter.
Right.
So,
you know what I mean?
So Jack, you guys are pretty confident that you can come out of this hole and possibly force a Game 5.
Absolutely, and again, no disrespect to A.B. Sacker's team. Like I said, they're playing an amazing ball. They have a good bunch of guys. But if we win Game 3, that's a big if. If we win Game 3, I guarantee we win the series.
Wow.
You definitely.
Wait a second, Dougie.
Messier.
Jack Jemal, who calls in every single week and basically gives us nothing but the diplomatic and classy
Derek Jeter
answers.
answers,
All he's saying right now is they got to win Game 3, and the trophy goes back to insane.
Not about the trophy, but the finals go back.
It brings them to the World Series.
Yeah.
The pennant goes back to insane.
All right, so
look,
Jack.
You have the veterans. You know, if you look at the other team, and I guess even last year, there's nobody there that was on your team that won a championship. So you guys are the reigning champs. You're the team to beat in that series. You know, so you could definitely come back.
That's our biggest asset. We have the experience. We have the same core guys. 7 out of the 12 guys were in the same lineup as last year. You know, you could say that we upgraded by adding Ike. You know, we lost Jack Ashkenazi and Jack Batty, but we added Eli Harari and Ike Jemal.
Right.
This year was Leo Benson. I mean, the kid really pitched amazing. And again, you can't downplay that we lost 8 out of the last 9 games. There's no way to twist it positively, but I promise you, if we win, and I'm putting an if, I'm not guaranteeing we're winning Game 3, but if we win Game 3, I guarantee a World Series championship.
Wow.
World Series championship, no more pennant.
Wow, Jack Jemal, another imposter calling in for Jack Jemal this week now.
Exactly, breaking.
Fuck it up, hang it up, post it everywhere. We're winning the championship.
This is the phone calls I was waiting to hear. I just said, where are these captains that are down 2-0? Where are they?
I think he needed to be backed into a corner to get this out of him. Unbelievable.
No lose situation.
But you know what, Jack? As bad as you guys hit this week, they were, and I was talking to your father. They were soft outs also. The balls weren't even hit hard. You know, they were just soft, easy outs. And Grippett was camping under the ball, catching a fly ball, this and that. So maybe once you start actually hitting the ball hard, an error might happen by Grippett. Yeah. And then it could snowball. You never know. Jack Jemal's pumping me up for insane again. Right
and you're talking about your lineup and stuff, but giving up 12 walks, that's a lot of walks. That might be a record for a playoff game.
The pitching now, he gave up 3 walks all year, and for him to uncharacteristically give up 12 in one game is obviously you have to look at the facts. At the end of the day, we're responsible. I don't think that we should be pointing fingers. At the end of the day, we lost the game. They would have beat us anyway, fair and square. But just in defense of Leo, that he's not used to that mound. He's a rookie. He didn't even know until my father actually physically measured between games. And I remember they were saying, "Why are you moving the mound after we measured it?" So it was a little bit of a controversy. The better team that day won. But like I said, we're going to win this series.
And Jack, you know what? You always said that you don't like 2 out of 3 series. You like 3 out of 5 because you can have a bad day and still rebound. So you had a bad day, and now you have a chance still.
Yeah, we had a terrible day. Bad day is an understatement, and we had a bad 2-3 weeks. So, again, I don't know if we even deserve to win the way we're playing. We need a few breaks to go our way. We need the guys to really just, get serious and stop hitting the ball like you're mad, and do the little things that we're known for, moving runners over, getting guys in at first and third with no outs. I mean, these are the things that we excel at, and if we're not going to do those little things, series over.
All right, Jack. Well, we wish your team success in this weekend, and hopefully you can force a Game 5, and we'll see what happens. We'll see if your prediction comes to fruition.
And I wish congratulations to AB again. He pitched a wonderful game. Good luck in the series. No trash talking there. But again, I'm still confident. I still think we're going to win the series.
All right. Thank you very much, Jack.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Yeah, good luck.
Bye-bye.
That might be the call of the year, Bob. That might be the call of the year, to get anyone from Insane to say something.
No one says anything.
And let's see if they can back it up now. But I got to tell you, I can't be the only one that now feels Insane has a chance. I'm sure there's some of the 8 billion viewers that we have out there have to get pumped up from that call.
Listen, you got nothing to lose. You loses Game 3, get swept. Everybody forgets about that prediction. So
I'd like to see him win Game 3 just to see if his prediction comes true. Let's let him win Game 3. Not let him. Let's hope he wins Game 3 and let's see what happens.
All right, and that's it for our show tonight. And I'd like to thank all our callers. And once again, we had a great response from our viewers. And we'll see what happens this weekend. And
Friday.
we'll have
Friday.
World Series, special World Series.
So Friday,
Another Friday
Fireman's
game.
Field, 5:30.
5:30 on game, and it could be
5:15.
could be the Dodgers going to the World Series.
Yep.
Whoever thought we'd be saying that? Those bums.
The bums from Brooklyn.
Okay, that's it for tonight. Thank you very much. Signing out.